What's up, TRC fans? Don't miss our upcoming event, TRC Street Kings at Palm Beach International Raceway.
Jesus.
Alright guys, Javier from That Racing Channel. We're about to go for a ride in this sick R34. I mean, look at this thing. Let's go. Absolutely beautiful R34. What's going on, man?
Oh, not much.
Nice
You know,
to meet
here
you.
for some racing. Nice to meet you as well.
Yeah. So we're out here at GTR World Cup. So let's take this thing for a spin, man.
That sounds like a plan.
This thing probably gets no attention, huh?
There has been times that I've gone to lights and in the city and actually stopped at the red light and couldn't go anywhere because there's a crowd around the whole car and the people behind me are just honking at the light. And I'm like, there's nothing I can control. I can't control the people.
It's all good. Man, everybody's sweating this thing. Must be pretty low miles. This thing looks absolutely mint on the interior.
Yeah, you're sitting about 35,000 original miles, and I mean, it's baby. I mean, don't get me wrong, I drive it everywhere I can go. Everywhere I can go, I drive it. Except for in the snow.
Awesome.
It's not a snow vehicle.
So not a garage queen by any means.
No, it's definitely not. I have a lot of people get upset about that. And I'm like, hey man, it's, you know, we're allowed to do that.
Yes. God, nothing beats that sound. Nothing beats that sound.
Nah, they have the turbo definitely makes it fun.
Oh yeah. So tell us a little bit about the build. What's done to the car?
So yeah, I can roll the window up. Yeah, we've done basically, well, first off, it still has air conditioning and a stereo, which is nice. But it does, it's a billet block RB26, and you're looking at a Precision 72-75 turbo Gen 2. It's pushing about 1,162 horse. We're running stop tech brakes around everything, you know, greedy exhausts, Chevy-built transmission, so it can handle the power if we want to turn it up and run. We're pushing about 800 right now, having a good time, but we can really get that thing up there.
Wow, man, that is awesome. It's a 72-75 precision.
Correct.
The way that boost comes in, man, it is violent. It's so awesome.
It takes a second for it to kick in, but once it does, it's like, oh, there it is.
It just sticks you in the seat.
You can brake boost and have a lot of fun with it too, though. So
yeah. There you go. Jesus. With that brake boost, man, it just rips. God, these things move. These things move.
Yeah, that definitely does rip.
For the TRC fans that are watching this and know the R32 build going on, man, this just tickled me. I need to get that thing done. So this thing, I mean, I didn't know of any car in the States, or at least R34 in the States with a billet block, so that is freaking awesome. So it's still a 2.6.
This is the only one.
God, that first gear is just, it rips, man.
It does.
The first gear rips.
So yeah, I've got the ability to control all aspects, all differentials of each tire. So I can change the torque limiter where I want to.
Nice.
Which makes it nice. And then
So you
obviously
go...
all my brake aspects are in here, so I know what's going on with my brakes.
Okay. Damn, that's badass, man. I guess so it's like the differential controller, you can make it go more rear-wheel drive if you want, stuff like
Correct.
that.
Yep.
Awesome.
Want to do burnouts? They can be done. Highly not suggested,
Hell yeah.
but it can be done.
So I guess you said Topspeed built the car?
Topspeed built apart. Yeah, Sissio over there. They did a fantastic job. I mean, the car, they've been taking care of the car now for a couple years. And then eventually we were like, hey, let's take the old 26 out. We had the old HKS, you know, OG style, original turbo and stuff. Took that stuff out, dropped this bad boy in there, had to beef up a bunch of things to be able to handle the power. And, you know, into last summer, we started letting it rip, and I mean, I've never stopped smiling, so.
People can't see because I'm behind the camera, but it is just ear-to-ear grin right now.
Yeah, I drive it every day, and I feel the same way.
Oh, my God. That sweet, sweet sound. I can listen to that all day, my man. What are you revving the thing out to?
So I can go up to 9,800.
What? Jeez,
yeah.
That's part of that 2.6 greatness.
Yes.
You know? So a lot of the guys are stroking them, but then with the 2.6, I guess you know, a lot of the guys will have issues with running, you know, the non-billet block, so like a standard block with the 2.6, where they can have issues with cracking when you start to get into like the 12 plus horsepower range, 1200 plus horsepower range. So you kind of alleviated that with the billet block. So
that was the idea.
You can just go ham.
Yes, that was exactly the idea. Let's see how hard we can push this bad boy and make it work. Now, like I said, we cracked out 1162 on the dyno. There we go. Yep, sorry. We cracked 1162 out on the dyno, but like I said, we drive it around, you know, 800 horse, depending on how well the E content is.
Nice. So it's flex fuel?
It is flex fuel, but I never run gas. I just run corn.
So you guys are out here at World Cup with a couple of things. You got this toy, so you have the R34, and then if I'm not mistaken, you're driving an R35, and your wife's also racing an R35 too, right?
Yeah. So we didn't bring my R35. We left that at the shop. Mine's a TSM Elite build. You know, about 1,250 horse. It's fun to play with on the streets and racing. You know, you're doing mid 8-second quarters. But my wife's car is a monster. She's about 2,200 horsepower.
All right, guys, we're here with Alex's absolutely amazing beast of a GTR. It's not too common that you see a female driver driving, what does this thing make, close to 2,000 horsepower? A little bit over, yeah. I mean, that is absolutely incredible. Give us the rundown on the car.
Running Pro, ETS Pro 2100 turbos. It's got a 4.4 liter TSM built engine, billet motor.
Who built the car?
Topspeed Motorsports.
Topspeed, Sissio and the guys, they definitely do awesome work.
They do. We've been very
we'll show a pan, but they brought in basically an army of GTRs here.
They did, and it gets bigger and bigger every event.
Oh my God! So we've seen you guys at a couple of different events, Texas, DSM Shootout, you know, and the car just keeps getting faster and faster and more horsepower. It must be an absolutely incredible feeling to pilot almost 2,000 horsepower car going down the track.
It's humbling and extremely exciting. But yeah.
Oh yeah.
So all adrenaline.
Absolutely. Well, it's an absolute pleasure watching you this weekend, and thanks so much and congrats.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Thanks.
Yeah, see, her car actually glows in the dark. That whole rack glows. So when she drives down, it looks like a glow stick just going whop. It's hilarious.
That is awesome. And I met your son out here too. He's got a couple. He's got a little toy. I think he said he had an Evo.
Yeah, an Evo. We got an Evo, an RS, and yeah, he races track. That's his big thing. He's not a big drag guy. Loves the track.
Yeah, I can respect that, man.
So I'm like, all right, cool.
It's harder to film than straight line stuff, but it's probably a lot more fun.
You get a lot more seat time.
Yeah.
That's his big complaint. He's like, Dad, you're done in like 10 seconds. I'm like, no, 7 seconds. You're done in 7 seconds. Ready?
Yep. This is, I want to say, one of the largest
R33
GTR gatherings in the world, I want to say. Alright guys, that was absolutely amazing. I mean, dream come true to ride in an R34 GTR. That makes this much power. Look at that. I mean, these wheels, they have a blue tint